Let me ask you something, man. Does your wife, when something around your house needs fixed, does she tell you to go to YouTube and look it up how to fix it?
Yeah, of course. And it's very troublesome. Um, she thinks I'm a man and I can do things like that. But I think it's really ruining, service industries because,
Well, it's making it harder for them.
yeah, because you got dumbasses like me trying to do something like that. And they don't often work out well, but I became a plumber, a a mechanic, stuff like that. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with YouTube.
Yeah.
What happened to call a guy? Hey, I'll just call a guy.
Right.
But now, no, she assumes because there, of course, is going to be a YouTube video about how to repair anything.
Yeah.
That don't make it so, man. It don't make it so. First of all, it's never the model that you're working on. It's close, similar. It's the same brand.
Right.
But it's never the same model. So, but it doesn't matter, man. These guys, these handy guys who I have a love-hate relationship with them, because I love them to fix my shit, but I hate them for all the stuff they know. They're using terms that are way over my head. Especially, my wife wants me to do vehicle repair. Auto mechanics intimidate me, man. I mean, I know it's not manly to say that, but I don't know the first damn thing about the internal combustion engine, let alone all the computers now that can control that crap. Back in my youth, I could open the hood and there's only 5 things in there. You could find them all, man. I mean, now, first of all, there's a big cover over everything. I'm afraid to take that off, so I'm not getting in there. But she assumes because there's a video of how to repair this that I can do this.
Well, not only that, so like if my car stalls or something, and then she goes, "We'll go pop the hood." I'm like, okay. So I pop the hood.
I'll kick a tire, man. I'll kick the tire too.
I'm like, I don't even know how this thing goes forward. So what are you talking about? I have no clue on.
Okay, I'll pop the hood. I'll look and go. I'll make a frowny thing.
Here, hey, AAA. You have. No, it's and not just. I mean, that happens the most time is auto mechanical stuff, but like even our toilet was running because we didn't have a plug.
You don't get technical with me, man.
Trust me, this is not going to get technical.
Okay.
A plug up into a thing and it's leaking thing. So then it just keeps running. Yeah. So no, I'm an idiot. I understand. And then, so I go, hey, go find somebody. And then she just looks down on me. Like, you're not really a man at this point.
I will say we have this Moen faucet in our kitchen, one of those single levered things.
Mm-hmm.
It's broken twice. There's this cheap little plastic part. So I, YouTube this thing. I called Moen, got the parts, and fixed this thing. But first of all, Moen sends out instructions or like IKEA instructions, those stupid little pictures, like that's supposed to mean something to you. It's nothing to. And I'm watching the YouTube video, and of course, it's not my same parts and stuff, but whatever. So, like 6 hours later, I'm getting sprayed in the face and all stuff. 6 hours later, I got that thing fixed. Okay, and then 3 years later, the exact same thing happens. Okay, so I call up the lady who knows me now at Moen, and I get the exact same parts package before. By the way, it's free because they have a lifetime warranty. Their crap is going to keep breaking. But so this time I fixed it. fix it in 5 minutes, right? But because there's this cheap little plastic part that in later models they've since replaced with a better part, I know it's going to happen again 2 or 3 years down the road. So now when I adjust that faucet, I'm gentle as hell. I'm gonna get as many years. Hopefully, we sell the house before I have to fix this faucet again.
Right.
But my wife, when she's pouring water, she's like driving a big rig. She's jamming gears with this thing. I'm like, whoa, gentle.
Yeah. Be easy. Yeah.
Christ, I don't want to have to go through this crap again. That's the only thing I've really ever successfully done, except change out toilets, man. We have 4 bathrooms here. I've changed out every single guts, one whole toilet, all that. So I'm really comfortable now with that stuff. What I'm not comfortable with when she wants me to open up the dryer because the heat element's not working. I watched the videos. Like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. See, I'm a big fan of outhouses now because the literal shit I have to go through to fix a toilet. They break all the time.
Yeah, especially I don't know what they're making these parts out. They don't last, man. I've changed the guts on everything. Probably doing it wrong. I don't know, but they work. But when you have an Asian wife, if she hears water running, all she hears is money going right down your drain. So it's an emergency. So I gotta get this fixed right away.
Yeah. So we had to change our water heater. I think it was last year. And so they quote us a price. The guy, they would come in, take the water heater, replace it, and do all the work. And it was like $200, $200 to $300 more. And then my wife says, well, can't you just change it? I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I have no idea what this means. And so I ended up changing the water heater. So because it saved us $300 and it made me look like a douche, which it is what it is. But
the most unnerving thing is when she's right, so my brake lights were working on my F-150, which is the whole F-150s.
Yeah, F-150s for sure.
Yeah, so the brake lights were working. So I go to the Ford forums. There's a ton of them. And so the first one, I actually I'm watching it. It's a brake switch. I go, I think I can do that. Because eliminated fuses and all this crap. So I think I could do that, but I'm like, man, I don't quite get it, and it's tight up in there, and it's hot, and it's hot here usually. So I don't really want to do that. So, but like I probably could. So I told him, I said, I think it's more complicated than that. There's something, this doesn't add up. I read the forums that this guy's saying, no, if this works, then it's not that. End up taking it to the shop. $400 later, this $50 part is the exact one that I should have just replaced. $400 later, wife was right on that one. I probably should have just sweated my ass off and got up in those tight spots and tried to figure out what the hell they were talking about.
Yeah, so that's another problem is like weird jobs, like stuff that you could do. It's almost better to just pay the money, have somebody else do it.
My theory has always been, let's help the economy out. These people need jobs.
I'm a generous motherfucker. I'll tell you that.
These guys who trained for a long time, to just right, need work.
First of all, they can do it in 15 minutes. Yeah. They have all the tools.
They have the tools. That's what my wife bitches about some of the tools I have because they're very specific. She goes, why do you have this? And you also have this, like, because this does this. She don't understand. If she wants me to do all this work, now I need more tools.
Yeah.
Specialized tools,
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Spencer, you're saving money by me not having to buy those tools. And honestly, I would have no idea what tools I need to buy.
Yeah, you think about that kind of thing, and you're saving money by me not wasting time. I could just be there loving you, you know.
Yeah, or mowing the lawn, because I seriously need to mow my lawn.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be doing that. Or
Well,
do
we
the
have
dishes.
a lawn mowing service, so
Yeah, we do too. It's called me and my neighbor across the street are the only two that still actually mow our lawn.
our people do our trimming and everything. It's awesome. You should look into that. But again, I'm generous and I want to help the economy. I'm just for the people.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, I'm not lazy. I'm just for the people.
I think it's very generous of you. It's just, I just feel like,
give me my flowers, man.
I feel like YouTube is kind of hurting the economy.
Yeah, that's my point. The YouTube
if I can fix it, then why do I need the guy?
Yeah.
And by the way, I think that's a great name.
The guy.
For repair service, the guy. And
yeah.
Anyone can use that if that's your thing. Then feel free to use it, because it's like your advertisements called the guy, and you're the guy.
And then you become the man because you help. Because I don't have to do that shit.
That's the other thing. I try not to be around when the guy is explaining what he's going to do, because like I look at him like a deer in the headlights. Like, well, of course, yeah.
Yeah. The Johnson rod, right? Yeah. I knew that was
absolutely.
I knew that was in there, and I knew it was loose. I knew that Johnson rod was loose.
And I think I really feel, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, half the time they're giving you some bullshit name for something.
Of course.
And you're just nodding along because, well, yeah.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, that sounds official.
No schmuck. Of course I know the Johnson rod.
Yeah. Who do you think I am? You don't think I'm a man?
I figured it was, but I didn't have that tool.
Yeah.
That you got. He goes, yeah, screwdriver, sure.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm almost positive mechanics do that shit. Yeah, I think they smell. Auto mechanics can smell your fear.
Yeah.
So that brake light switch I took it in for, all of a sudden now I already had the right wheel hub replaced, front one. That left one's kind of gone like that. Son of a bitch, replace it. Because I just don't want to come back here again. I just don't want to come back here anytime soon.
Yeah.
Of course, there's another thing broke on my trucks.
Because it's a Ford. Yeah. And obviously, so when my wife would go to a mechanic, and then she's like, well, they're telling me I need to do this. Can you come in and talk to them?
Sure.
I love that move. Like, I don't know shit. What do you think I'm gonna come in there and do?
Yeah,
so I'm just gonna look, I guess, more authoritative, because I'm gonna act like I know what I'm talking about. And they're doing the whole, it needs a silly Billy in the thing. And I'm like, that silly Billy's been out for a while. So
yeah, I've been meaning to get to it, but I'm so busy. I'm so busy at work. I've been meaning to get to that. So why don't hey, it's here.
It's here. So just do it.
You go ahead and do it. And I'll just give you money.
And he goes,
much tell me to write that check for.
And they'll be like, yeah, that silly Billy costs like, I don't know, $200. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, because I know they're pretty expensive, and
I called the parts people. That's exactly what they told me. But I don't know. Every time I go to the mechanic, though, they always get it up to 1,000. It starts like it's
for sure. Your mechanics do.
Oh God, it's always all of a sudden I was paying $1,000. And by the way, have you given your F-150 a name?
I have not. No.
See, mine's, I call it Buford. My F-150 Buford. My wife calls it the money pit.
Yeah. That's a more apt name.
It's a much more. that son of a bitch. So every time, I mean, that only engine went out, dude. I put a new engine in this thing, and she's like, it's all told, because we did some other work too, all told like $10,000. She goes, I was gonna pay, let's just get a new truck. I'm like, what are we gonna do with this one, man? It doesn't run. Who do I sell this to? And what kind of bath do I take selling a truck that has no engine, or does that one, just doesn't work? So every time. So then, you put a new engine in. The guy who I bought it from put a new transmission in.
The guy.
Yeah. And you're this deep, you think, well, pretty much got everything. And no, you don't. You never do. And then it just keeps nickel and diming you.
Yeah.
Up for it. Although, I don't want to brag, but I do have a King Ranch. So.
Yeah, I have F-150. What year is yours?
Mine's an 08.
Mine's a XLT. So F-150 XLT 11.
But you got a 4x4.
Yeah, 4x4.
You're gonna need that in Indiana here coming up soon. A couple months.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't even need this shit down there. I can't believe it's that popular down there. Because, well, okay.
It's an ego thing here, man.
Yeah, let's see how big your dick is. But
mine's pretty reasonable size, so I just have the F-150. I don't have the 250 or 350.
Yeah. I would never go any bigger. I'm not towing anything.
No, I'm not. I'm comfortable with my crotchular area, so just an F-150 is good enough.
Yeah, I still can't park the bitch. So
You're the required, man. To officially become a resident of Texas, you have to buy a truck. You've got to vote Republican at least once every 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to own a couple of guns.
Yeah.
Then once you do all that, you're a Texan. You're a native.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the requirement. We could go down this route about Texas, but
yeah. No, I have to live here, man. I don't have to. I actually love
it. No, I love. First of all, you live in the most democratic city in Texas, but I love Texas. It's very nice. It takes a long time to drive through, but it's very nice.
Yeah, it's no joke. But I think we digress.
Yes.
Once more.
As always. So anyway.
What's new?
How's it going?
I got stuff to do.